Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aisana, and if you're new, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I will give you 1 second to do so. So now that you have subscribed, I hope that you've not only subscribed but that you've also clicked the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Now, as you can tell from the title down below, we will be discussing just some things you should consider before starting a hair care regimen, or just some things you need to know before you consider starting your hair care journey or any hair care regimen. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now, so you're planning to start a hair care regimen. Is it your first time? Have you done this before? What do you want to do on this hair care regimen different from what you have been doing? Now, so since once you've answered some of those questions, there are some things you need to know before you actually decide what hair care regimen is best for you. And in this video, that is exactly what I will be sharing. These are not facts, these are just my opinion. These are just some things that I have considered, some things I got to know before I started my hair care journey, so that when I'm on my journey, I knew the basics of my hair, so I know what would be best to let my hair grow, to let my hair get thicker, what would be best for my hair care journey to get a healthier, stronger, longer hair. So if I'm looking down, it's because I have just a few things here written on my flashcard so that I don't lose track. So the first thing you need to know, it's not a must that you know, but one of the first things I wanted to know when I started my journey was what was my hair type. So knowing your hair type is not key, but it's just something you want to know. Do you have straight hair? Do you have curly hair? Do you have 3A, 3C? Now I'll try to insert a picture just so for those of you who don't know what are hair types, so that you can see exactly what hair types are and what group you might fall under. But for me, I'm still struggling to figure what exactly that is, because I know I don't have coily hair, so I guess my hair is anywhere between 3C to 4A to 4A hair. That's just basically what my hair is. The persons if you have extra coily hair, when you wash your hair it shrink, then you are straight 4C, and if you have straight hair with no waves at all, then you are 1A. So the next thing you want to know is, what is porosity? So what is the porosity of your hair? So knowing the porosity of your hair determines what you'll be using in your hair, what you need to incorporate in your hair care regimen. And for those of you who don't know what porosity is, I've made a video on what porosity is. I'll leave the link to that down below. But porosity is basically the ability of your hair to absorb and retain moisture. So the different type of porosities determine how well your hair can absorb moisture. Moisture is what your hair needs to grow. So knowing your porosity is key, and that brings me to the next point. You need to know what products are best for your porosity. So there's low porosity, high porosity, normal porosity. So a product that a low porosity person would use would not necessarily be best for someone with high porosity, and a product that someone with high porosity would use would not necessarily be best for someone with low porosity. So knowing the porosity of your hair is very crucial when you're starting your hair care regimen. So the next point I want to is, what products will you be taking? So on my hair care regimen, I'm currently taking biotin. It's the only supplement I'm taking so far. I will make a review on that, on biotin, in the future. So when I do, I'll leave the link to that down below as well. But I've taken the SBR Nutrition Biotin. I did a review on it, as I mentioned before. I didn't have any problem with it, but I just needed some extra boost, since I don't have the oils pesticide, so I do lack biotin, so I'm taking biotin. But what you want to do before you determine what products you'll be using, you basically want to do your research on the product. So though I use it, it's not a must that you have to use it, because what works for me might not work for you. So you want to do research on whatever products you'll be using in your hair, or whatever products or supplements you'll be taking inside your body. So the next point I have is, You need to know if you're allergic to anything, any products that you'll be taking or any products that you'll be using. Hence the reason I want to bring this up. Do a patch test. So if you're gonna try any new product on your hair, it's good to do a patch test, and you do that be at the back of your neck or behind your ear. That will just basically let you know if you're allergic to them. When you do a patch test, you give it 24 hours, and if after 24 hours you didn't have any negative reaction, then that means you're not allergic to the product. But knowing your allergies is kind of crucial, because like some persons, they are allergic to product with sulfate or sulfur. So if they use any shampoo with sulfur, it might give them itchy scalp, it might give them something. So I was just giving you an example. So they are persons who are actually allergic to that. So the next thing you need to know is, what are your goals? Now this isn't a like important, but it's important. You need to know what your goals are. So for my hair care regimen, one of my goal is, I want my hair to be 10 inches taller by the end of 2020, and that's what I'm working towards. So it's not a must that you know your goal, but if you don't set goals, or if you don't set expectations, how are you gonna know if your hair care regimen is working? Because regardless of whether or not you know, we all have a regimen. You shampoo your hair right, you condition your hair right, so you do the basic wash. You wash your hair, you condition your hair. That is a regimen. Regardless of whether or not you knew, that is a regimen. But persons like to customize regimens. So what if you don't want to condition, you're into deep conditioning? What if you want to do an egg protein treatment? What if you want to add this to it? The only way you'll know if those are working is if you set some expectations. Alright, so whenever I protein treat my hair, I expect that within a month I should see glossy hair, I should have shiny hair, I should have this type of hair, my hair should be longer, it should be thicker, I want stronger hair. So you need to set out your goals and know what your goals are once you're on your regimen. So sorry about that. The next thing you want to do is, you need to know whether or not you might need to see a dermatologist. And this is very important, because some persons are starting their hair care regimen maybe because they're losing hair. They notice that their hair isn't growing, and I've also made a video on that as well, on why your hair might not be growing. I will leave that in the description below, or I'll add a card somewhere. So you need to know why your hair is not growing. So you might need to see a dermatologist for that. What if you're receding, or if you're developing alopecia? That's when you're losing your hair, and that's the reason why you want to start your hair care regimen. Adding a simple deep conditioning treatment or adding egg protein to your regimen might not be the solution. So you might need to see a dermatologist or some hair specialist to see exactly what is the root cause, or why you're losing your hair, or why your hair isn't growing, stuff like that. And the last thing is, you need to experiment. So it's your hair. Don't be afraid to try new things out. So say you try that egg protein and it doesn't work. There are other types of protein treatment. You can try rice water. You can try aloe vera. You can try tuna. There are a lot of other treatments that you can do out there that you could try. If you try one and it's not working, so you try one specific shampoo or specific product line and it doesn't work, try another product line. There must be something out there that's for you, and don't be afraid to do it. So if you've watched the video to the end, I want to say a big thank you. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below on whether or not you have started your hair care journey. Feel free to share your hair care goals, and feel free to share whether or not you had considered, or you knew any of these before you started your regimen. You can feel free to share anything about your hair care regimen, just in case someone is planning to start a hair care regimen as well and might need a little just a little information. So as you all know by now, I like to leave you on a positive note. So remember, nothing will work unless you do. So say you've started your hair care regimen and you're not putting in the work, don't expect to see your goals or achieve your goals if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My name is just_b_u. Why do I think? Alright, next thing, if you enjoyed this video and like to see more content like these, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. I will really appreciate it. Share it with all your friends. Share it on Insta, share it on Twitter, share it everywhere. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay fit, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.